Hello everyone, this is Mohammad Safraz from Mechanical Engineering Department. I am assistant professor in Indian College, Alava. Today we are going to discuss about subject power generation and the subject code is 8ME3A. Um, it's an 8 semester subject and in this lecture we are going to discuss about the steam turbine. In detail we will discuss about the classification of steam turbine and compounding effect and types of steam turbines. So let's start the lecture. So here is that first of all, uh, before going to start, we need to understand about what is steam turbine. Steam is after boiling we converted water into steam. So this is used for uh, feeding the turbine and generating electricity. We already discussed about the Carnot uh, cycle, which is based on steam turbine. So steam turbine nothing but here prime mover in which potential energy of steam is converted to kinetic energy and then further it is converted to mechanical energy through various shaft and water of the shaft. Okay, so let's start about the classification of steam turbine. Obviously, the classification, there are various classifications are there that will classify according to the impulse, according to action of the steam. That is how steam is flowing through the system. So if we discuss first is impulse turbine, as you know that what is impulse turbine? Impulse nothing but where the pressure is constant throughout the of a blade. It's called impulse turbine. If you see that in an impulse turbine, the steam coming out from through the fixed nozzle at a very high velocity strike the blades fixed at the periphery of the rotor, and the blade changes the direction of the steam flow without changing the pressure. The force due to changes of momentum causes the rotation of the turbine shaft. If you see the example of this turbine, basically we are first turbine, Curtis turbine, Liquid turbine, T-level turbine. The turbine of impulse example is impulse turbine. And if you see the reaction, here the pressure is not constant, pressure changes in the blades. So in the reaction turbine, steam expands both the fixed and moving blades continuously as the steam passes over the event. And the pressure drop occurs continuously over both the moving and fixed blades. Okay, so combination of the impulse and reaction turbine, and the third type is combination impulse reaction turbine. And next is according to the number of pressure stages. If you see the number of pressure stages, so first is single stage turbine, and second is multi-stage impulse turbine. What do you mean by, first of all, let's see what do you mean by single stage turbine. This turbine is mostly used for the centrifugal compressor and blower and other single machinery, right? So this is a single stage turbine. A multi-stage impulse and reaction turbine. If you are putting both impulse and reaction turbine throughout the stage, that's one multi-staging system, and it is basically used to improve the efficiency of the turbine. So they are made of a wide range of power capacities varying for the small to large and axis according to types of steam flow. If you see, so first is axial turbine and second is radial turbine. Let's discuss about the axial turbine. What is this? So in this turbine, the steam flow in a direction parallel to the axis of the turbine rotor, right? And radial turbine in this turbine, steam flow perpendicular to the direction of the axis of turbine. So that's a radial turbine. And we should discuss about the number of shafts according to number of shafts. First is single shaft turbine and second is multi-shaft. If we discuss according to the method of governing, so they are governing. First is turbine with total governing, and second is turbine with nozzle governing, and third is turbine with bypass governing. First of all, let's discuss about governing. What is governing of turbine? As we know that the speed rotation of turbine directly depend upon the production of electricity, and speed of turbine is here directly depend on mass flow rate. So if we controlling the mass flow rate, then we can control the RPM of the turbine. So here we can govern the steam turbine, and the following three methods are there. First, turbine with total governing, and in this type of governing system, phase steam enter to move one or more depending on the power developed. So it is we operate total valves, and this is a simple type of governing method. And the second is turbine with nozzle governing. What will happen here? And this type of turbine, phase steam enters through one or more consecutively opening regulators, right? So phase steam is using the turbine with nozzle governing, and third is turbine with the bypass governing. What is this? In this type of turbine, the steam decides being fed to the first stage is directly fed to one or two, even three intermediate stages of the turbine. So here is the turbine with bypass cooling system. So we are going to end this lecture here, and in the next lecture we will discuss another method to classification of the system. Thanks for this lecture.